Hi, I'm Anne from EFM Flinders Park, and today we're going to do some stretching. Just taking you through a bit of a stretching routine which you really should do after each time you exercise. So we're going to be also using a little bit of muscle release using a spiky ball, and I'll show you how you can actually stretch with a rubber band as well, although it's not necessary. So I've got Cara again as my body. So Cara, I want you to raise your right leg, keep it straight, and then hold on to it, hold it wherever you can. You can rest your head back down. So Cara is actually quite flexible. She could probably have put her hands up a little bit higher. Yep. So a lot of people will not be able to get this degree of flexibility. That's fine. So a lot of people will barely be able to get their leg to 90 degrees. Obviously she's almost got it there to 45 degrees. So the important thing with stretching is that you stretch until you feel the stretch and not pain. And then you straighten the leg. So she's stretching her hamstring now. And just hold the stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds. If we were going to have, if you had a rubber band, we often do this in class. We hold the rubber band and we pull it towards you. You can also use a yoga strap, or you could use a skipping rope or something like that. The same thing. So just try and relax your neck and shoulders. We're just stretching this muscle here, just stretching the hamstring. So holding for 20 to 30 seconds. Then let go of the belt. Then just trying to keep your balance and propping, so just keeping the leg there but letting it drop open. You might need to support with your other hand just to prevent it from flopping open too far. So now we're actually stretching the adductor muscle. Okay, and just holding it there. So everybody's different with stretching. You know, some people are very flexible, and flexibility is dependent on your age. Women tend to be more flexible than men. And also it can be, you might be flexible in your hamstrings but not flexible in your quads. So it's very individual. So that's an adductor stretch. Then bring your leg across the midline, Cara, and you're going to bring it across, pick that leg straight. And then flex the toes and point the leg down. And point the toes down. Toes. Yep. So now you're doing an abductor stretch, so the outside of your leg. Are you feeling that? So I'll just show you what that looks like if she was to use the band. So go into the adductor stretch, stretching it out. So if you've got something like that, make sure you keep the band tight. Try and keep both your shoulder blades onto the mat. Yep. And lots of nice deep breathing while you're doing your stretches. And holding it for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then bring it across. Yep. And pointing the toes down, pulling it in nice and tight, maximising the stretch there. So that's hamstrings, adductors and abductors. Now we're going to do some glute stretching. So Cara, bring your left leg up till it's flat on the floor. Place your right ankle over your left knee. Hold on to your right ankle with your left hand. Yep. And then push your knee open. Yep, with your right hand. Good. So are you feeling resistance there? Not really. I won't. Cara's very flexible. Now when we do this in class, people will often feel this discomfort or pain, or the point of the greatest stretch. They'll either feel it in their side or they'll feel it in their glute. So what we'll do then is release that. So Cara, just come up onto your side perhaps and pop it sort of just around the greater trochanter and give it a bit of a roll release. Yeah. So rolling on your hip. So just a little bit of a roll, bit of a release. Again, people will feel this in different places. Yeah, probably, yeah, some people might feel that in the glute. Yeah, so now lie back down, just take the ball out and just see if that releases it a little bit more. Yeah, as I said, she's very flexible, she's young enough not to feel pain. Okay, so now reach around with both hands and grab behind, yep, your left leg and pull it in. So now you're feeling some resistance. Yep, pull it in as tight as you can and making sure that you're squaring off. So you want to feel like you've got a rectangle on the mat. Your shoulder blades are firmly pressed into the mat and your hips are firmly pressed into the mat as well. Yeah, so where are you feeling the resistance there now, Cara? Yeah, so she's feeling it through there. So now get you to hold on to the spiky ball, sit up and give it a bit of a roll, release there. Yeah, so about 30 seconds to a minute you can do that. If you find a spot that's particularly painful, you can just rest on there, take some deep breaths, just allow it to release. And then assume the position or resume the position and relax down into it. Has that released it a bit? Good. So we call that stretch a figure 4 stretch, and it's stretching the glutes. And you would do this on both sides. Okay, so now Cara, I want you to turn around onto your side. So facing that way. Yep. And you can relax right down. Grab with your left hand, reach around, grab your foot, and you're going to push the hip forward, pull the knee back. So we're stretching the quad here. Another way of doing this is to just roll over onto your stomach. Quite often what I get people to do is then reach around with the other hand as well. Yep, pulling it in. And then you can kind of move the foot from side to side, because you've got, it's called quads because there's 4 different muscles in the front of the legs, and by moving the foot around, you're actually stretching those 4 muscles. Good. So that's a quad stretch. Now stay on this position, Cara, but then push yourself back into a child's pose. Some people like to have their feet together, knees apart for this one. So let their belly hang through their knees. Yep. And if you've got a partner at home, sometimes it's good to have someone else come and press down if you can't, and so pressing your glutes down into your heels a bit more. So again, holding this position for about 30 seconds. And then, so Cara, keep it low and just creep your hands around to the left. Keep going as far as you can go. Keep nice and low. Then put your right hand over your left hand. Yep. Now she's stretching all down the side. And as you inhale, take some nice big inhales, and you want to feel like you're inflating the lungs and really inflating the rib cage there, Feeling all that air going in there and releasing. And then creeping your hands around to the right hand side, left hand over right, and hold. You see how she's getting a really good long stretch along the side there. Now, Cara, walk your hands back into the centre and come up onto all fours. Take your right hand and raise it up and follow that. Yep, keep looking at the hand and then thread that hand through, palm up, drop the shoulder to the floor. Good. So this is what we call thread the needle. Really good one for your shoulders. And just relax into that position and again hold for 20 to 30 seconds. And then coming up and doing the other side. That's it, good. Just coming back now again, so come back into all fours. Yeah, so that was thread the needle. Now coming all the way back down onto your stomach again. So now we're going to do a prone twist. So Cara, I want you to twist your upper torso away from you. So you're keeping your feet anchored and you're taking your right arm over. Yep. Both feet on the floor, twisting right around, so you notice that she's twisting right through her torso here. So are you feeling any resistance there, Cara? Is there any point that's feeling a bit uncomfortable? So a lot of, in your shoulder, a lot of people feel discomfort underneath their armpit or maybe in the lower back. And then what we can do, sort of perform the stretch, then go back in with the spiky ball and have a bit of a roll and release on wherever you're feeling it, or sometimes rolling across a roller is good here to release all the muscles underneath the arm. So now come back into your position again, Cara, and we'll go to the other side. Sometimes you might find one side's better than the other. Is that one also quite good? Yep. Yeah, nice deep breaths. You notice she's taking really nice deep breaths. And as she's exhaling, she's really releasing and allowing her body to relax into the position more. So that's the prone twist. That's good. So now, Cara, I want you to come up into a plank position. Yep, onto your toes. Yep, good. So press your right heel. So we're going to do some calf stretching. Press your right heel into the floor and bend your left leg. Good. You're going to hold that for 20 to 30 seconds and then do your left leg. Good. Then press both heels into the floor. And you can slightly bend your knees. Yep, as you press the heels in. And that's really good for Achilles tendon stretch. Then straighten up, push your head through for a downward dog. Good. And then walking your hands back towards your feet. Yeah, and then slowly roll up. So that's a really good introduction to stretching most of the muscles that you need to stretch after you've had a good workout.